The article used for this segment is The Heroin Epidemic. Family shares tragic story of their loss. From AOL News. Heroin use in the United States is reaching epidemic levels, increasing a staggering 63% in just 11 years. With the skyrocketing usage comes a dramatic rise in heroin-related deaths. Overdoses nearly quadrupled between 2002 and 2013. David McCarthy's story reveals the harsh realities of the heroin epidemic facing America today. His death was unexpected. He was clean after years of battling addiction, and his parents said he was moving forward. He finally seemed like a man, said his mother Anne Ireland. So alert, so in the world. His father Kevin McCarthy added that he thought David was finally past his shaky point and headed in the right direction. To his friends, his addiction was somewhat surprising as well. Longtime childhood friend Jonathan Paulman said David was a very smart person and he didn't fit the stereotype of what a drug addict would be. Described as both funny and warmed by his mother, she agreed that David wasn't a picture of any hard drug use. But regardless of what a typical drug addict looks like, the rise in heroin use has occurred in nearly every demographic group. According to CDC report, among non-Hispanic white people like David, heroin use has nearly doubled since 2002. David was home in Maine for a short visit and was planning to spend the winter at his family's ski home. One evening, he and his father, Kevin, spent the evening watching football together before David went up to his room for the night. The following morning, Kevin went off to work for the day, not knowing the tragedy that occurred in his own house. When Kevin returned back from work that evening, he heard a noise coming from upstairs. It was Kima, David's black Labrador retriever, whining and scratching at David's door. Kevin opened the door to find his son cold on his bed, beside a needle and a spoon, and covered in a crystalline substance. David's death devastated his family and continues to pour in for the McCarthys. The day following his son's death, the family was dealt with another shocking blow. According to the Washington Post, David's stepbrother Michael said to a friend, "Wouldn't it just be easier to die young and not to see your loved ones die?" Michael overdosed the next night and was found by his mother Nancy. Michael was rushed to the hospital by an ambulance and spent the day in the intensive care unit. While the McCarthy family made David's funeral arrangements, they awaited the news from Michael's doctors. Luckily, he survived and agreed to go to rehab to overcome his addiction. The Washington Post reports that Michael's recovery has been successful so far. Nonetheless, the McCarthy family was left to grieve with the loss of 29-year-old David. "I think about how short his life was and how long my life is, and I'm only sorry he misses out," his mother Anne said. David's parents didn't want to hide anything, and said his obituary honestly. David Paul McCarthy, 29, died of a drug overdose on October 17th, losing a long-fought battle with addiction, a challenge faced by many families today. The family established the David McCarthy Memorial Fund to honor the memory of their son. Time! I did actually know two people who died of a heroin overdose. One of them had just graduated with me in high school. Think about it. She had her whole life ahead of her. She had a degree. There was so much she could have done. And she took heroin and tragically lost her life. So sad, just so sad. The other either transferred schools or dropped out, but I had seen her a few months earlier in a mental unit for a few minutes as I was sent out and she was sent in. It was a shock to find out she had died. She was a great young woman, heroin tragedy cut her life short. I honestly do have to say, looking at both angles, there is an attraction. Let's face it, when a kid is told by their parents not to do something, the smart-ass kid does that just to spite the adults. And highs are just so amazing. Being a recovering alcoholic, I know how it feels. Once you start, you want more. And all drugs like this. So I don't condone heroin. I know how the craving feels. So I probably don't know most of you. I know you. I saw you live your loved ones would not want to die this way.